Hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am just shuffling up right now, catching a vibe, getting ready to do your November 2020 tarot readings. For the newbies, welcome. It's a privilege and honor to read for you, connect with you, and of course, ascend with you, because that's what we do over here, Angel Gang Gang. Please like, share, subscribe. It is much appreciated. And to the usual folks in the building, how are you guys? It was awesome connecting with you guys over on the live. The last live I did, it was really fun. For those of you who want updates on the frankincense and why I haven't stocked it and what I'm doing with that and a little bit about what I'm doing behind the scenes, you guys can check out that live. Like I said, I think I did it on the 3rd or the 4th, but it was just a couple of days ago. And then I did like a whole hour download and spread really collective energy. So because these monthlies are going to be a little bit shorter, they'll probably be more specific. Okay. But yeah, with regards to other updates, I'm still not doing the personal readings. I know that I said I would come back on with the personal readings. I just don't have the capacity to do it right now. All right. Which is why you don't even see them on the website at all at this time. But I will keep you guys posted on that. And in the meantime, if you do want like weekly, daily content in between these monthlies on YouTube, I'm over on Patreon, members only. Okay, so Patreon.com/Queen Cup. Okay, we can get into it, Aries. Before we get into prayer, I just want to give you some of the downloads. I feel like Aries, yeah. Wow. So the timelines could be different. I don't know where you guys are at, if this is past, present, or future. But I was tapping into Aries. The way I saw it was a room, a dark room filled with smoke. The way I was downloading it, I was watching collective, and you were in a room full of smoke trying to find the doorknob, trying to get out. For probably a very small group of you, that was actually a house fire. But for most of you, I feel like this was all metaphorical, okay? And I did see you open the door, and when you opened the door, all this smoke pushed out and all this light came into the room. And there was a sense of relief. There was a sense of fresh air. It was like being underwater, feeling like you're going to drown, and then putting your head up and being able to breathe. Being stuck in a room full of smoke, feeling like you're going to pass out because you can't breathe, finally opening the door. And it's this sense of relief. And I feel like the way I was also downloading it more specifically, like third dimensionally, you guys got away from something or someone or out of a circumstance that you didn't think you'd be able to get out. You thought it would take longer. You were even questioning your ability if you could make it out of something. Right? So that's why with the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands, just with regards to these pre-downloads, this is what I feel like that was past energy, and this is your future, collective. This is why you made it out of the room. That's why you got your head above water and didn't drown. This is why. This is why you made it. This is why it wasn't you. It's because of what's to come. Or what some of you guys are sitting there and you're saying this to me in the ethers. This is why I made it. This is why I survived. This is why I pushed. This is why, right? This is the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups. A foundation built off of love. Angel Gang Gang. That's exactly what this is. The stability that protects the heart. Purest parts of every home, relationship, anything, family, anything. Project, passion. We build these foundations to protect what? Our love of things and people and, right? Anyway, let's get into prayer and get into it though. Either way, it seems like a very celebratory time, but not in the sense of you're actually planning something and celebrating. It's celebratory inside of your soul. Like you have a pep in your step. You're glowing. there's an energy that has washed off of you, Aries, because of the relief that you now feel. Whether people are aware that you're in this new state of relief, because some people have no idea why you've switched your energy. They don't know that you opened the door and can breathe again, or that you got your head above water and you're not drowning anymore. There's people who don't know, but then there are people who do, right? So I just feel like regardless, this is more of like an internal celebration of something you've overcome. And I feel like there's a sense of you either didn't think at all it could happen or that you could do. I'm getting it was like you thought it would take you longer. And that's what devil energy was trying to do, to get you to give up. Well, it's going to take too long. You can't do it. You can't do it. And you pushed. And then boom, there's relief. So devil energy was trying to make you believe you couldn't escape something, you couldn't overcome something, something was going to be harder than it actually is. But you would only know that if you tried. So it's really beautiful energy coming in, but let's get into prayer and get into it, okay? Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective all the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding their material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High, forever and ever. Amen. The divine's just like, are you going to pray or are you going to do this? What are you going to do? That's why I said, okay. Okay, this is ouds. It's the best oud I could find. It's cool because the frankincense is like, in like the beauty perfume industry, frankincense is used for like women's perfume, and oud is used for cologne, like men's perfume or whatever. And burning it together makes the most beautiful aroma, you know, and it doesn't have all that alcohol and all that shit. So it's really a natural smell. So like my jacket fur is all stained with the smell of frankincense and oud. Makes me feel regal. It does. That dog's really trying to there's a dog that's barking right now, but it's I can tell because I have a dog, right? I can tell the kind of bark. It's a mixture of a cry and a bark. So this is when a dog starts panicking or starts getting like to the point of I've had enough. Like it's more like the alarm, like if the dog is demanding attention at this point. That's what it sounded like. It's just annoying at that point. It's just like, okay, is that the dog? It's the dog. Indicana is where I got the oud. It was a fortune. It really was a fortune, but it's the best oud, and it's not that artificially poisoned shit that they use. Because oud essentially is it's like a process. It's a particular tree. It's the agar wood. It's agar wood, angel wood, and there's other kinds of woods, but it's like almost like a fermenting process, like a rotting process, where it catches an infection naturally, and then that infection gives a resin. But now there's people like artificially like stabbing these trees, getting them to rot, and then selling this shit, and it's very low grade and it's not good. So that's why the one I got was so expensive, is because it's not an artificial process. It's actually a tree that, you know, went through the natural process of getting sick, drying out, and then you get this natural resin. It's pretty cool. I love it. But that's even needs to be in the fair trade, no trade. Like, it's a whole thing, a whole mission, but I'm excited. Anyways, I talked to you guys on the live about that. Let's see though. Let's get into it. I'm an Aries moon, so we can chat. Like, it's hard to shave down Aries video. I tried to shave down Scorpio. I ended up an hour. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about in Scorpio's video, to be honest. That was probably it, but let's move on. This isn't about Scorpios. This is about beautiful Aries for the month of November during such a transformative time. Wow. The Queen of Cups. I feel like Aries, you're now available in a way that you weren't because of what you just overcame. I feel like you are relieved because of something you overcame that was very difficult. So for some of you, there could have been like people who felt away because they couldn't get your attention or they couldn't get the best of you. And I feel like Aries is telling me they didn't understand what I was going through. How could I give them my best if I feel like I can't breathe and that I'm drowning under my circumstances or that my emotions and the things that I'm going through are overtaking me? So this is Aries no longer fighting and surrendering. This could be Aries asking for help. This could be Aries, if not asking for help, just explaining to people. Because I feel like with the World and the Eight of Swords, that successful completion of other people being trapped in their mind about an illusion as to why you're not available to them, why you're not being open, why you've been distant, why you've been a bitch, why you've been whatever. This is the successful completion to the illusion all these other people had about what your problem was and why you were behaving a certain way. And I see that this is Aries turning around and explaining. And then getting an understanding that I think will be very healing for you, because that was coming in the live about needing to be open to getting healing information. So I feel like you, Aries, are going to be offering healing information to people because you're coming off as the Queen of Cups. So you're still in your Aries energy, but you're leading with the heart, which is beautiful. Because as natural born leaders, Aries, you'll lead with either one. And both could be distorted, both can need to be ascended, but you could lead with the head and the heart. But a true leader will lead with both. And this is what I see this being a reflection of. Okay. Some of you guys also might regret the help that you tried to give somebody. Like you might have opened your heart, your home, and all it did was bring in conflict. And now you regret somebody being, and it's this person. You feel like this person caused conflict with you and yours. You're wondering why you and yours are fighting, and you brought somebody in and you're realizing they're toxic. Period. And they're coming out of your space. This could have been somebody you let live with you, somebody you brought in. I feel like you brought this person in. You opened your heart to somebody and now you want them out of your space. So that could have been the Queen of Cups energy without using the head, right? The Chariot, a lot of Cancerian energy, but this Chariot is more of a reflection of like this is that like forward movement. So this energy is actually more natural to Aries than the Queen of Cups energy, even though it's still Cancerian energy. This is that forward, because the Chariot is essentially the mechanism of a bull, but constructed by man. Like it's definitely cardinal energy, right? That forward movement, that forward drive towards your heart's desires. This is having no more doubt, no more fears. This is having all the support, encouragement you need. You feel like you have everything you need to move forward or do something. You also feel like you've come out of an energy where I feel like you guys came out of a karmic energy where there were all these limitations. You switched a paradigm in your mind, and now it's this Eight of Swords coming out of it. Successful completion of being trapped. All these reasons you couldn't do things. You feel free. I feel freedom. Some of you guys are finally out of this toxic relationship. You felt a lot of pressure to stay in a relationship for whatever reason. And I think you found out your partner felt that same way too. And this partner here finally looks at each other and says, Do you want to be? No. Both people agree they don't want to be. So now they both fight this battle against both of these people to back the fuck off. This was also some kind of energy I was getting surrounding, like, for those of you that have families, that there was a karmic energy that loomed over you about feeling like you could be disowned for some reason if you no longer took the family career path. If you dated outside of your race, religion, same sex, regardless, there was a feeling of, or having even children out of wedlock. There's all this, whatever a family would disown you for, some of you lived like that. I'll be honest, I didn't grow up under those kind of, I had young parents, I'm Jamaican Italian, and if anything, I had a problem not having enough structure, right? Where some of you guys, this was oppressive. There was a fear base surrounding it. Well, if you don't do this or do it this way that mom, dad, or whoever says, there'll be consequences. Somehow there is a shift that is occurring where that energy is actually going to be the one that's under judgment now. Meaning the people who are not open, who were threatening their own kin about disownment, are now going to be facing the potential of being disowned by their kin that is now stepping into the new timeline. So if they don't open and expand their fucking minds, they're going to get disowned now. There is this turning that's occurring. And it starts in the homes of everybody. Then it turns into society, which is why all the spiritual work that you guys are doing, especially those of you in America, is what is tearing down and is going to regenerate. And please do not let the elections and the president stuff, don't let that discourage you. Because quite frankly, I know most of you were not very pleased by either of the candidate. Like, I'm not American, so I don't pay attention enough. It's an energy. I'll know when I need to pay attention to the presidential. You understand? Like, I'll know when it's something to, right? We need an angel member in there. We need a God-fearing human being in there. Okay? Like, we need somebody who's part of the new timeline, right? But it doesn't even matter, because a real president is going to do as the people will, and you guys are going to will change by taking accountability and doing the change within, and then it happening externally. But there's something to do with family. I feel the people who were threatening to disown you or kick you out of your own family, if you marry someone out of your race or religion, or if you don't do what your dad or mom did, like you don't go to the same school, it's all some weird shit. It's now, the karma's now turning, and they're either going to become open, or, like I said, you guys will naturally disown your own kin. This is some weird karmic change. I'm going to try to come off of that because I don't know. I explained it as best as I could. Okay. All right, let's go to the... oh, we have a few more first. Oh, wow. The Empress, the Lovers, and the Page of Wands, and the Page of Swords, and the King of Cups. I feel like you have a decision. I feel like somebody's telling Aries, well, you need to choose between two things, and you're either telling, Aries is either telling me, well, I'll choose neither of them. Okay, you're not going to tell me I have to pick one of these if I don't like none of them. That's what the Empress is saying to me. This guy's telling her, Empress, you need to choose, and the Empress is going, I don't need to do anything. Okay, and if I do, then I choose none of them out of my sight. Or the Empress is saying, well, I like both, and I want both. So I'm going to find a way to have both, and it doesn't feel like two people. And if it is two people, this isn't two romantic partners, where for some of you it could be, but if it's not, it's about having both, meaning I'm going to have my family and my partner, and I'm not going to have, my family's not going to make me choose, or I can have, like, there's this sense of, I want it all. Aries is telling me I want it all. But Aries is also telling me I don't want none of that shit. Like, you can't tell me, because I was getting that there is these illusions collective that some of the people in your karmic cycles are going to create for you. that they're still a part of your life, that they're still a part of your reality. You're going to be challenged by karmic energy surrounding that, about the vision, about the illusion, and the reality of situations. This is people coming to you with some kind of entitlement because they knew you 10 years ago, and you're looking at them like, we aren't friends. You don't have that entitlement. That's what I'm saying. You've shifted your paradigm where in their world, they can still chat to you. But in your world, it's like, we don't have any, we would have to literally get to know each other again, where somebody still thinks they know you. Do you know what I mean? Like there's some kind of like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to move on. The Eight of Wands. That's exactly what I've been feeling. I feel like as I came to the end of your reading, I felt like a burst of energy, like downloads where it became hard to like determine. So some of you are moving from a state of it being hard to download to getting bursts of information free flowing to you. There was some kind of resistance that was occurring inside that was stopping your spiritual downloads and your ability to be able to know. There was a blockage. That's why you were trapped in your mind of either saying, I can't, I don't know how, I don't know where. It's all these limitations. I see a switch. You're now not feeling limited. Now there's all these ahas and yes, and I actually can, and oh my God, this is moving fast. And I'm also getting the energy of something happening faster than you thought. You might have been trapped in your mind thinking you had to wait really long for something and that you would have to suffer, and then you surrendered to that and you let it go, and then it actually, something happens faster than you thought. Wow, somebody regrets doing this to you. See? This person has regrets for hurting you. Six of Pentacles. And then the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you look at you. Look at Aries, look at you. I don't know. Somebody has a proposal for you. And I personally feel like for those of you that are just ended a relationship, I personally believe what this is somebody, because the six of Pentacles is here, and the Four of Wands. I feel like you're considering coming into union with somebody, like a new person. And I just feel like you might think it's too soon, but you're considering it. Yeah, look, you're still nailing down another relationship, like, and oh wow, and there's the person in the coffin. Yeah. So I feel like Aries, you might be juggling whether or not you want to get into a connection relatively quickly, or if you want to take time to be single for a bit. That's what I see here. Focus on your stability or foundation. I have no clue. I just know that you're considering it. Whether you want to walk away, stay with the Eight of Cups. You're not sure. All right, and then we'll pull a few of the Kyle Gray. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels. Yeah, the times, like the lengths of these videos have been all over the place. Like I said, Scorpio was like an hour. I think Cancer was like our normal time, like 40 minutes or something. And then I did Earth. Those were all like 20 minutes. But it's cool. It feels good. It feels like now the messages are coming out. I think I was putting too much pressure on myself to do the 10 to 12 hours of content. Summer, bask in joy and light, and Moon, take note of intuitive messages. Okay, that's very easy. So right now, some of you are being downloaded summertime. This is how you get into alignment. Your visions about the future start making certain decisions make sense in the present, right? Why am I making these decisions? Because I had visions. I accepted these visions. I saw these potentials of what could be. It's almost like a puzzle. It's like putting the outside of the puzzle together first and then filling it all in. Some of you guys are getting the outside of the puzzle, or at least this little puzzle here up till September, summer. There's something about summertime that you guys are getting the vision for now. You're getting the intuitive messages for now. And if you look, let's say these are months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months from now, December, January, February, March, April. That's us going into the spring, summer equinox. So there's something that you're seeing that's going to take place. It's a vision. It's a vision. But if you're not, if you're fucking yourself with time and it's saying that this vision can't happen unless it happens now, so you guys could be getting intuitive hits going, well, this doesn't apply now. There's some need to, some of you guys need to plan for summer. Some of you guys are doing planning for summer from now. Maybe some of you guys are telling me I would never plan like that. You guys lived more in the present. Like you didn't have vision for your future. You didn't plan for your future. And that had to do with some personal things that I feel like you guys healed and ascended. And now you realize you're planning and you're taking more steps. And it's because you love yourself enough to see a future, believe in it, you know? So I see planning, and it's actually beautiful. It's this planning, this forward planning and investment is a reflection of the love you've acquired for yourself. And I'm talking to some of you that really struggled with any kind of seeing the future, caring about it, planning for it. It was, you didn't have hope in your own future. And a lot of you guys overcame that. So congratulations. Well, you would have to if you're getting downloads from about next summer and getting intuitive hits. It means you're open to it. That means you're open to living beautifully and abundantly by next summer, and not depressed and not thinking about next summer because you're just assuming that all kinds of bad things will occur. I think there's also some of you have a certain period of the year that haunts you, and I feel like it's springtime. Spring or summertime. Something occurred and there's something about that time of year that's triggered in you. Like something happened, and now this time of year is like you will behave differently. You will maybe start drinking. You will start, like some of you guys, you pick up drinking because of like some trauma you experienced, and then like you'll start quitting, and then you'll be okay, and then boom, you get triggered again. There's some kind of cycle here. Anyways, the arrow and the lady. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. This is fantastic. And surround yourself with protective energy. This is about people, this protective energy, because I feel like you guys have already kind of protected your space with the Empress. That means you've already really solidified your sacred space. This is about bringing other people in who care, who are going to be just as protective of you as you are of yourself. This is how these people move. There's something about needing to identify. So it's like you show somebody something and you show them with a delicacy, and then they receive it with a delicacy. Like you can see the transfer of the understanding that this is important to me and I care about this and it's delicate. Like you're trying to identify that in people, and you need to identify the carelessness of people, right? Sometimes people's envy will also get them to break things by accident. Destroy this, whatever. It's envy that can get people to do that, or anger. Stay rooted and grounded. This seems really good. This seems like a guardian. This seems like her in the 5D. So collective, this is you in the 5D grounding yourself, and then that's how it translates into the 3D. I love this, the Elder. Let's read this one. Okay, move beyond ancestral patterns. And that's what's been happening. Like the collective has moved forward past these ancestral habits. Like there's a lot, that's what this paradigm shift is. right? But at the same time, our ancestors are supporting. There's a lot with the ancestral stuff, the patterns and the elders. It's almost like they're trying to tell us what needs to stay and what needs to be shedded. Wow. Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. It's amazing. Okay, but let's read the elder though. Move beyond the limitations that have been set for you by family members past and present. Know that the energy of your spirit is more powerful than genetics and behavioral patterns. The Aboriginal people are the oldest tribe people still living on the planet. Their hunter-gatherer culture and ancient spirituality are rooted in tradition and balance with the earth. So the Aboriginal ancestors are offering you not only wisdom that will help you heal and adapt to the ever-changing planet, but also an understanding of what a spiritual life should be. Extended message. The elder is the ancestor who comes with a message of healing change. He is an embodied soul, yet he has had journeys that go beyond the physical. Therefore, he represents a reclamation of power. When he appears, it's an acknowledgement that you have the capacity to move beyond the limitations that have been placed upon you. If you have had expectations of success, failure, sadness, or even sickness placed upon you by your family, it's important to know that you are here to create your own story. We touched on that about the parents. Anyways, this card represents personal healing that will bring healing to your family lineage, past, present, and future. Know that you get to decide what you take on, and also know that your ancestors are rooting for you and are sorry for any setbacks that they have created for you. Oh, that got me. Because our ancestors love us like that. And we love like that. We need to not have to die to take that accountability and look at these younger children and apologize for the setbacks we created through our patterning and what we couldn't transmute. It's just beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Aries bullied tears out of me. I love you guys, okay? Until the next time I see you, keep letting your inner angels live. Mwah. Ciao.